Look at what you're paying that carpet cleaning company for. Really look at it. $300, sometimes more. They come in, they run a machine around for 40 minutes, they hand you a receipt, and they drive away. And half of what just cost you $300, you could have done it yourself this weekend for somewhere around 10. I'm not saying never call them. There are times you need a machine with real suction and hot water. I'll tell you exactly when that is before we're done. But there are 5 things they charge full price for that are nothing more than kitchen pantry work. And if nobody's ever told you that, well, now somebody is. Let's go. Number 5. Furniture dents. You moved the couch. Maybe you finally got around to rearranging the living room after 3 years, or maybe you're having people over and you want the space to breathe. Doesn't matter. You pull that sofa away from the wall, and there they are, 4 round holes pressed into the carpet where the legs sat, deep enough to look permanent. They're not permanent. The carpet cleaner will charge you to restore the pile in those dents. It's on the add-on list, like everything else. And what they do, what I'm about to tell you to do yourself for free, is get those fibers to absorb a little moisture so they can spring back up. You put an ice cube in each dent, 1 cube right in the hole. You let it melt on its own. Takes a few hours, or you can let it sit overnight. Once the carpet has soaked that water up, the fibers loosen. Take a fork or a coin or just your fingers and work those fibers back up from the edges toward the center. Brush against the grain to lift them. That's it. That's the whole thing. For bigger flat spots, like a hallway where everyone walks the same path every day, dampen a white cloth, lay it over the flat area, and press a warm iron on top of the cloth for a few seconds. Never touch the iron directly to the carpet itself. The cloth is your buffer. The heat and steam do the same job as the ice, just faster. Work the fibers up with a stiff brush right after while they're still warm. Either way, costs you nothing. Looks the same as if somebody came out and did it. Number 4. General odor and freshening. This is one of their favorite add-ons. After the cleaning is done, they'll offer to deodorize. $40, $60, sometimes more. They spray something that smells like a factory version of a pine tree and call the job finished. Here's what's actually in that bottle. Mostly fragrance. It covers the smell. It doesn't deal with what caused the smell. Baking soda deals with the smell. The actual smell at the source, not a perfume sprayed over the top of it. You sprinkle baking soda over the area. Not a mountain of it, just a light. Even coat over the whole surface. Spread it around with your hand or a soft brush and work it gently into the fibers. Then leave it. Overnight is better. A few hours will do in a pinch. The baking soda sits down in the carpet and pulls the odor out, whatever's been living in those fibers, from pets, from food, from years of just being walked on, and holds on to it. Then you vacuum it up and the smell goes with it. I've done this before company comes, before holidays, before I need the house to smell like a house and not like a dog lives here. Works every time. The box of baking soda costs $1 and change. A big box does the whole main floor. By the way, methods like this one, I've written down every trick I use to run this house for less, all in one place, in a book. It's on my website, links right below this video. Go take a look if you want it. I won't mention it again. Number 3, pet stains and odors. This one, they really dig into you on. Pet urine treatment is its own line item, price per spot, and if you've got a dog or a cat and they've had any accidents on that carpet, you're going to pay extra. Every time. It's one of the top add-ons they sell at the door, practically guaranteed. I've dealt with pet accidents on carpet for a long time, and the fix I use costs almost nothing. And it actually works on fresh spots and on old ones that have already dried and set. First thing first, if it's fresh, you blot. Don't rub. Fold a thick rag or a good stack of paper towels over the spot and press down hard. Stand on it if you need to get as much out of those fibers as you can before you add anything else. The more you pull out now, the less you're fighting later. Once you've blotted what you can, mix equal parts white vinegar and warm water in a spray bottle. Spray it on generously. Not a mist you want it to soak down into the fibers, down to where the accident actually went. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, while that's still wet, sprinkle baking soda right over the damp spot. You'll hear it fizzing. That's the vinegar and baking soda working together. Let that sit until it dries completely, and I mean completely. Could be a few hours, could be overnight if the spot was deep. When it's fully dry, vacuum it up. For a really stubborn old stain that won't budge, or anything that left a dark shadow behind, follow up with this: a tablespoon of plain dish soap mixed with half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. Mix those together, pour it over the spot after the baking soda treatment, work it in gently with a soft brush or cloth dabbing, not scrubbing, and then blot it clean and let it dry. One caution: hydrogen peroxide can lighten darker carpet. Test a hidden spot first. But on most carpets, it's fine, and it does what a $60 enzyme treatment from the cleaning company does. Number 2, high traffic area pretreatment, the hallway, the path from the kitchen to the living room, the strip in front of the couch. If you've had carpet in the same house for more than a couple of years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those areas go gray and dull before any other part of the floor does, and they mat down flat. And when the carpet cleaners come, they'll tell you those areas need a heavy soil pretreatment. Extra charge. Sometimes they call it agitation. Sometimes they call it restoration. Different words for the same upsell. Here's what that pretreatment actually does. It gets something on the carpet before the cleaning that helps loosen the dirt that's been packed down into the fibers by foot after foot after foot, walking the same path. You can do this yourself, same day, before your own cleaning, or just as a regular maintenance pass. Mix a quarter cup of white vinegar with a tablespoon of plain dish soap in a spray bottle and fill the rest with warm water. Shake it. Spray it on the high traffic area, the gray strips, the flat spots, anywhere that looks dingy. Work it into the carpet with a stiff brush, going against the direction of the pile, so you're opening the fibers up instead of pushing them down. Then leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. If you've got a rental machine or your own carpet cleaner, run it over those areas after. If you don't, blot the area with a clean, damp cloth to pull some of the loosened dirt up, and then let it dry and vacuum. Does it get every last bit as deep as a truck-mounted machine with 100 pounds of pressure? No, I'll be straight with you. It doesn't. If your carpet hasn't been deep cleaned in years, you will still want a machine eventually. But for maintenance, for keeping those areas from building up between cleanings, for making the carpet look like someone cares about it, this works. I've done it every few months in the main hallway for years. And now for number 1. Number 1 is the one that saves the most money, and it's the one they pitch hardest. Stain protection. After the cleaning is done and you're writing the check, they'll offer to spray a stain protector on your carpet. Scotch Guard, or something that sounds like it, or their own branded version of the same thing. $40 a room, sometimes more. The pitch is that it creates a barrier so spills don't soak in, they just bead up and you can blot them away. And here's the thing, the pitch isn't completely wrong. That protection does work. New carpet actually comes with it already applied from the factory. The problem is it wears off over time, especially with regular cleaning and foot traffic, and so they're selling it back to you every time they come out. What they don't tell you is that the single most effective thing you can do to protect your carpet from staining is not a spray you pay someone to apply. It's how fast you respond when something hits the floor. A spill that gets blotted up within the first 2 or 3 minutes before it dries, before it has a chance to sink to the backing, comes out, almost always. The stains that won't move are the ones nobody caught in time, or the ones that got rubbed instead of blotted, or the ones that dried before anybody dealt with them. So the best stain protection is a spray bottle of equal parts white vinegar and water sitting somewhere you can grab it in 30 seconds. That and the habit of blotting immediately. Always blot. Work from the outside of the spill toward the center, so you're not pushing it out wider. Never scrub, never rub. Rubbing pushes it deeper and can wreck the fiber. Blot and work inward. For red wine, coffee, tomato sauce, the dark, staining things, get to it fast. Blot up what you can, then hit it with your vinegar and water. If that's not enough, hydrogen peroxide and a little dish soap, same as the pet stain method, applied gently and blotted clean. Those 2 bottles cost about $3 total and sit under my sink every day of the year. That's the stain protection. Now, when do you actually call them? If your carpet hasn't had a true machine cleaning in more than a year or 2, you need one. The dirt that gets packed deep into the base of the fibers, the grit that's sitting down on the backing of your hands in a spray bottle won't reach that. A machine with real suction will, and over time that deep dirt is what grinds the fibers down and shortens the life of the carpet. So yes, hire them for that. And if you've got a flood or a sewage backup or a situation where the padding underneath got soaked, call them. That's not a home project. But deodorizing your carpet, treating a pet spot, Lifting dents where the furniture sat, pre-treating the high-traffic strips, protecting against future stains. Those aren't specialties, those are pantry jobs. Baking soda, white vinegar, a little dish soap, hydrogen peroxide, a spray bottle, a stiff brush, a fork from the kitchen drawer. You already own most of it. The reason nobody told you that is the same reason they sell the deodorizer add-on and the protection spray and the pre-treatment surcharge, because there's money in you not knowing. Not a conspiracy, just business. Your ignorance is a line item on their invoice, and the more line items, the better the day. Walk past those line items. Tell me in the comments which one of these you've already been paying for. I have a feeling I know the answers. And if you've got a trick of your own that belongs on this list, something you figured out the same way I did, from just doing it, put it down there. Those are the comments I read twice.